What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another concept crafting video. This time it is the Glintstone Gladiator. This level 150 build is pretty much a caster build that utilizes mainly melee sorceries. If that makes sense. As you can see, the sorceries down there. We got 4 of them that are kind of like considered, or 3 of them at least that are considered melee. And we got 2 ranged one and 1 defensive one there. And that's about it. So as you can see guys, to make this guy, all you really want to go for is Carrion Knight. We're going to start with the items. Then we're going to go into the spells, and actually before the spells we're going to go into the stats and all that. But yeah, let's start with the stats. Screw it. Figures at 50 guys, or a bit of survivability, because if this guy's gonna get tried out, it's gonna be like an MG plus 6 or 7 or something. So mind at 37, you do use a lot of spells, so keep that in mind. And endurance at 20, just so you can carry what you're wearing and have enough to cast and dodge. And some of these spells do drain a lot of stamina, so keep that in mind as well. Dexterity is default. Intelligence is at 60, since well, we're only level 150, so that's one of the issues there. Otherwise, you can push it up if you would like. Take a little bit, maybe 5 points from mind, or a little bit from mind, but I personally like it the way it is. And as you can see, the Carrion Knight Sword is only at +9. Well, Sats Glintstone Staff is also +9. Golden Order Series +9. They're not even maxed out, and this is NG +5. Carrion set, the whole set, Carrion Knight set. You can switch this one out with, depending on the boss you're fighting, because they usually do like physical damage plus an element. So it depends on what you're getting hit by the most. That will decide what this one gets switched with. If you want to go super defensive, you can switch this one, but also something else. Where are they? There we go. You can go for any of these here. Those are usually the best ones. This one gives you like everything, but just like a tiny bit of everything. And you don't really need that, maybe in the open world, but that's about it. Usually you're fighting a boss that does like specific, element or a specific type of damage. So you don't have to worry too much. But if you want to go super defensive, you can wear 2 of them. I do not have the Magic Scorpion charm on this character specifically, but I would go for that as well. And for the time being, I'm going for this, but I'll probably switch this one out with the Magic Scorpion charm, and I would keep this one. And it's really useful. You do charge a lot of skills and stuff, so this will come in handy. Right here, you could go for the Magic Shrouding Crack here. That's like a must. Cerulean Hidden Tier, you can switch it out with the Intelligence Knot Crystal Tier. That should do the trick. Get you up to 70 intelligence, almost maxed out. Those are your options. I wouldn't go for anything else unless you want to go for more defenses. That's up to you, depending on how often you are getting hit. Then you might want to go for the offline Heart Tier, I believe it was called. So that's the setup that I have now. Let's rest at the Grace Site and discuss some of the spells that I would use other than what I already have. Alright, so you can use any of them. You can use this one if you prefer, but I believe this has the best like stagger potential. This one's gonna power up all of your sorceries, of course. You do want things to cast from afar, so I would go for either this one or this one. I wouldn't go for both, and I would switch, let's say, this one out with we're not using a shield here, so honestly I would switch it out with a Duel's Moonblade, which I also do not have here. Magic Mint Blade is also a decent one if you want something that doesn't cost too much and is pretty useful actually. So, and it uses blades, so it kind of fits the theme of a Gladiator. This one as well. I'm already using this, and those are the ones that I personally would go for. You can use these here if you want. I mean, Gladiator using a bow is possible, why not? But that's about it. You wouldn't use anything else, personally speaking. Maybe in the beginning of the game you can use these two here, if you're maybe using a shield initially, and if you have a weapon that's just like a normal weapon, you know, not one of those unicorns that you usually cannot enchant, so this would be very good there, those two right here, if you're starting the first game. And only in the beginning, like once you get some stuff like that's it, you're not going to be using this. I personally don't. And that's about it, guys. There's nothing else that I personally would go for. It's up to you if you want to add anything else to your artillery, but I wouldn't go for it. Not even Morgan Armament, only a dual steel blade. It's the only thing that I would go for from the frost spells. And of course, your buffs are the usual. Bestial Vitality, and we're gonna go for Black Strength Protection. This is going to be NG plus 5, 6, 7, 8, God knows. So we're going to need those spells at 50 health, bigger rather. And Golden Vow, of course. So, where is the Golden Vow? Where did it go? Alright, I already have it equipped, so. There it is. And that's it, guys. There's nothing else you need other than what I just have shown you. So I'm gonna BRB now, and we'll get into some boss fights. So see you in a bit. And I'm back. So let's get into this, guys. You want to start it up with powering up and pretty much just getting all of your spells ready, your Phalanx Blades and all that, Terra Magica, and then you just blast away, pretty much, really. That's the whole point of having a ranged spell, is just to deal some staggered damage before your target gets close to you, so you can make quick work of them, just like I did here, once they're close to you. And as you can see here, we go for critical hit, and using our Ash of War right here. And he still misses us like an idiot. And there you go, guys. Bam. Carrion Piercer to finish him off. I'm gonna fight this guy a few times just to show you how easy it is to repeat this again and again. Yeah, this boss, or this creature right here, a troll, a giant troll, whatever you want to call it, mountaintop giant, is pretty tough. They usually have lots of health. They hit really hard. Sure, they're slow, but it's kind of good practice, to be honest. Usually if you can take out this guy without any issues, probably means you're gonna have a decent time doing a full playthrough with this build. But if you find yourself struggling against this guy, then it's probably not the build for you, or maybe you just need to like change things up. Not sure what it would be, but I would have to see, you know, the character and decide then. But for this character right here, the Glintstone Gladiator, is he's pretty set. Other than what I have mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's nothing else that you have to worry about. I mean, look at this. Look how easy it is. This time he got staggered before I even got close to him. And he's pretty much dead. I mean, look. Bam. He has like a bit of health. Alright, we'll finish him off with a Carrion Grander. And this is the final time that I go up against this creature here. And just to show you one more time how fast you can kill this guy, like within seconds, less than a minute for sure. So that's how fun this build is. I love it. Look at that. He was trying to get out of the way, still got him. Just the radius is so big on, and then just a hammer on the knee, and he's down and ready to take it in the eye. And there's nothing else, to be honest. I mean, I don't use the other spell here. What was it called? Shatter Earth, I think. But, oh yeah, I do fight him one last time here. But, because I wanted to use Shatter Earth, there we go. Or, I'm sure I use it against the dragon boss. But, let me see. Because I should have tried it here. Because this is a good time to use it. Like when he's like staggered like that, just drill it in his face and then just, you know, activate it or ignite it. There we go. We hit each other. That's cool. Because I know I wanted to use it a few times, and I use it against one of the bosses. I'm gonna have 2 boss fights. As you can see, this is really good. And just a melee hit to finish him off really quickly. Now the Death Bird, I do not do any melee damage to him or use any of the melee sorceries, if you would like to call them that. Like maybe once, but that's about it, because like I really do not know this boss fight very well. Like I used to know it when I first played the game, like when it first came out, but then I slowly like forgot it because like I already have everything they have. I don't need to fight them anymore. I know like the main boss fights, like there are probably like a dozen of them around that I know pretty well. That's about it. And you know, they're all like remembers bosses and all that, so, or at least most of them are. There you go. So I tried to do some of my melee attacks there, but or melee sorceries rather, but it wasn't working out very well because like I beat him on maybe like 3rd or 4th try or something. So like I was still trying to learn like the distance, how like, you know, how long do I have to cast in between his attacks and all that. For this, I usually just mount up for any of his special attacks. Mount up and just run away, create some distance, try to like reapply my buffs, and then go back in there and do whatever damage I can. And as you can see, I'm doing pretty good damage to him. This is like the only time where like he does a special attack and I don't mount up for it. And I'm taking decent damage as well for NG5. And I'm not using like any defensive talismans for this boss fight. For this one, I did use some defensive ones because like this guy hits really hard, even harder than the Death Bird. So I tried to be extra careful with him, but other than that, he wasn't that tough. I did die quite a lot, but I just felt like I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest, more than he was tough. Like that attack right here killed me multiple times. So and I just create distance again whenever you get the chance, reapply buffs, and then get under him and try to use your melee sorceries if you're under him, but don't overcommit because like he steps back and then like attacks forward, so even if you're like right under him, he'll still get you because like he'll jump back and like he'll have you in front of him as he attacks, and you don't want that to happen. I got hit quite a lot with this guy, but again, another boss that I'm not really used to fighting, or elite enemy, whatever you want to call them. But I knew how to dodge most of the main attacks. That's all that really mattered. And I utilized all of my spells here, even though I don't have all the spells I want. But this is pretty much it. The guy is almost dead. So, anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care, have a great day, and see you then. Peace.